Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate you joining me for a weather update as we head through our Thursday night. A beautiful night here, but it looks very cold. How low will we go? Big time holiday travel plans for you? I have an update on what you can expect. Your weather begins right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, we're going to get started with a look at the rainfall over the last 7 days. You may have seen a post I made on this earlier, but where you see the deeper blue shades, some beneficial rain over the last week. Not much at all where we needed it badly in western North Dakota. I'll zoom this in so you can read a couple of digits with me. And off in the eastern part of North Dakota and western Minnesota, oh my goodness, we'll start there, shall we? Zooming in on Lakes Country here. Otter Tail County, Becker County, well over an inch in many locations, over 2 inches for a few out there in west central Minnesota. That heavier rain extended all the way into central Minnesota, where drought had really been a factor. I'll have an update on the drought condition report as well coming up for you here in just a moment. But for now, check this out. Only a third of an inch out towards central parts of North Dakota, meaning only modest improvement to any drought conditions, and a lot of rainfall out in northeast Montana was very, very welcome with the drought conditions that are ongoing there. So that's what we have going on. Now let's take a look at your temperatures across the region. And I do have to say, it is not hot out there if you've been outside. Now, we still have a little bit or enough of a wind to make things a little on the chilly side. Let's get to the latest. And here is a look at our temperatures now, not the future temperatures. Let's go to our temperatures right now. Sorry about that. Clicked on the wrong button right over here. All right, it is down to 18 degrees in Grand Forks, only 12 degrees as we look into central parts of North Dakota and Wells County near Harvey. How about 12 as well up in that Rolla area up there, 14 for Langdon at this particular hour. And the cold is taking hold. Now notice this, some of the coldest colors are here in purple right over our area. Two things that help with really cold air is clear skies and calming winds. What are the wind speeds? Well, if we take a look, I saw a 7-degree temperature up there. That has to be off down towards you folks in the Winkler area. And looks like Cavalier at 16 as we zoom in. Here's a couple of readings out in the east in parts of Minnesota. 27 for you in Bemidji. How about you folks up here in the Devil's Lake area, 23 degrees. And out in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul right now, we're in the mid-30s. So that's what's going on region-wide. Now, as we take a look at the wind speeds, we can go with the gusts. Let's go with that here right now. And this is a look at the wind gusts across the region. Most of the strong winds are behind Hutch's melon. We'll zoom into that. And there are no gusts. In fact, the wind speed's fairly agreeable out to central parts of North Dakota. The strongest winds are right up here in parts of Minnesota and into Wisconsin, all the way out to Milwaukee, where we have gusts still over 25 miles per hour, but nowhere near the 50-plus mile per hour readings that we saw. Let me see if it's possible for me to flip the details on with regards to the surface wind speeds. Here's the wind. Okay, these are in wind barbs. So let's go in. I'll show you how to read these. These are kind of fun. Wind barbs are drawn in the direction that the wind is coming from. So you're going to see, they're almost pretty hard to read because the wind is so quiet. So again, quiet wind speeds until we get into central Minnesota, then 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that's about it. The change in temperature, well, not too bad. The wind chills, not as bad as the windy weather that we had the other day. So let's take a look at the forecast real quick. And we looked at the moisture that has fallen. Here was morning low temperatures across our area today. Woo-wee! It was brutal out there in the oil patch. And you know what? We had some snowfall out there, but it wasn't quite as much as you might expect. And look at this. We were down to 0 or below 0. Wonder who said anything about that. I digress. We told you in areas of snow that's where that would happen. Now, as we calm the winds down tonight, this coldest of the air is going to slide into parts of central Minnesota, North Dakota, and parts of the Red River Valley, having a chance at seeing near 0 or at least single-digit readings overnight. So your forecast is looking mighty chilly. I do want to take a minute and say thank you for watching Hutch's Weather, and thank you for really cheering on Hutch's Weather kids. I had a chance to introduce you to Aubrey tonight. If you missed her, here is a little snippet of her performance today. Audrey, I'm so proud of you. Way to go. Let's see if I can find your clip. I know I have it right here. Where to go? There you are. Thank you.
Aubrey, you were a brave young lady and helped Hutch do the weather. What was the subject we talked about today?
We talked about clouds in the air. Clouds, pressure makes clouds or makes them go away.
Right, so pressure differences can cause a cloudy day or a sunny day. What's your favorite, by the way?
Sunny day.
What was your favorite part of doing it?
Probably when we were talking about the clouds going away.
Okay, and what was the hardest part about doing weather on the big screen?
There wasn't really a hard part.
Shh, let's keep that our little secret. Look into the camera, give everybody a wave, and thank you for helping Hutch do the weather.
All right, you can see the rest of Aubrey's video on hutchesweather.com. Hutchesweather.com, your source for all the weather information that you need during inclement weather. Thanks to all of you who checked out the website during our winter storm. We've really done some updating on there to make it one-stop shopping, including having road reports available for any roads across the region, not just North Dakota, Minnesota, but our Manitoba, Saskatchewan travelers as well. If you have a request, just drop it in my comments section here. I'd be happy to go over those with you. All right, thanks for joining me from Fergus Falls. It's good to have you on board. Bonnie, thank you so very much. Mary for watching, as well as Tracy. Good evening, Leora. And Bruce Taylor says Vining received 1.5 inches by the house and 2 at the east end of the property, thanks to the lack of trees out there. So thanks for your report, Bruce. It's much appreciated. Cheryl, good to have you on board as well. The forecast is loading in. We're going to take a look at that real quickly and get you caught up with that. And we'll take a sneak peek coming up here in just a moment with regards to our holiday travel plans, if you have any. So here's what we're looking at. Now, let me explain what it is I'm showing, because there's layers upon layers of weather information on this particular graphic. What you're looking at here is the Northern Plains. Here's North Dakota, South Dakota, the pink, and the temperature colors are there for you. The future radar showing some snow showers out here north of the international border for our neighbors in Montana. And here is behind my head. I'll move the map over here. You can see out in Wisconsin, Green Bay, there is definitely some ongoings there. And here's the national peak. Oh, look at that. Look at the snow rocking its way through. It made its way out of the Chicago area and now is pushing through New York, Albany, Binghamton, all the way up into Syracuse. Some heavy snow, maybe some sleet mixing in and around New York City out there in West Milford and Bridgeport. Well, I tell you what, this entire area is getting wet weather, and some is getting very white out there as well. So that's a look at that national picture. The West Coast continues to battle that bomb cyclone you've been hearing so much about. It's going to continue to slam moisture in the form of heavy rain into Northern California, snow in the elevated mountains of California, Oregon, Washington State, with more windy conditions. I think those will resume as we go through Friday as well. Now back to business here in the Northern Plains. Fargo looks like this as we set this into motion through the nighttime hours tonight and head into morning. That little shot of flakiness dashes here. By 11 o'clock, we could see a slap of a flake or two of snow north of Grand Forks. Who ordered that? Did you order it? I didn't order it. I don't know. Let's take a look now at the temperatures that we'll see first thing in the morning. I'm going to back this puppy up just a pinch here and get us into that morning time frame when you're heading out to the bus. Now, this is a computer model that you're looking at here. So Hutch's forecast, you'll see the details on in just 1 minute. Oh, it looks like it's going to read out the radar reflectivity and not the temperatures. I can tell you that where we have the purples here, including portions of the valley, will be close to that 10-degree mark in some places, and single digits not going to be out of the question in our area. A cold start to your day. I'll have the details in a second. A dash of flakes across the international border as we go through. Afternoon temperatures start warming here. The blue is still cool, but it's warming there. Thanks to south winds, we'll have north winds in our area. Overall quiet for Friday. Saturday, we'll have an increase in clouds, and by Saturday night, there'll be a chance for the development of some showers of snow that could pass through and bring shovelable snow to some. Marvin, thank you for your update. Cleveland is getting lots of snow. Oh, Cleveland, Ohio. How about that? As we look out there, it looks like there's these lake effect streamers out there. Oh my goodness, see these? It looks like rain going on this particular model out here as we go into the day and weekend this weekend. But yes, unsettled weather for Ohio. Okay, now let's take a look. You've got the forecast the next 24 hours. Only international border counties with a chance for some precipitous precipitation. Here's Hutch's forecast for our area. And, I had to do some model smoothing. Smoothing of the models, what meteorologists are here to do. Now, you know what? I do what I feel is going to be right in my heart with regards to what I feel and my gut instinct is for the forecast. So you may not see this at all locations. This is Hutch's forecast. Single digits, though, are going to be the rule. And that coldest of the pool of air moves from the western part of North Dakota into central parts of North Dakota. Because I think we have a chance of clearing out in many areas, at least briefly, we'll see temperatures crack that 10-degree egg and fall into the single digits. I've got a number 9 there. 5 plus 4 is going to be your morning temperature in the Fargo area. It will be significantly warmer in portions of central Minnesota and parts of western Minnesota, where the clouds will persist a little bit longer. And that north wind will be stronger as well out in the eastern one half of the state. You start your day in Brainerd, 26, 35 in Duluth, and down in southern Minnesota, Minneapolis and Point South, I've got mid-20s for that area as well. Now as we sneak out into Montana, 17 for you in Glendive. Now a look at what's going on. Whoop! South winds making temperatures warmer here in western parts of South Dakota. Do you see that? That's a 46-degree day in Rapid City. The bananas are starting to sprout on the trees. South winds will only be 2 to 7 miles per hour, though, in the central part of North Dakota. Temperatures up north, not very hot at all. Mostly clear. We did see that batch of flakes dashing across the international border, so there'll be a chance of some renegade flakes out there, nothing significant. Near 20 to 22 north, down to the south here in Fargo-Moorhead, I'm not expecting us to be too hot, and that winds out from the northwest up in parts of Minnesota, temperatures a little milder, almost steady, if you will, in the near 30 to 35 degree range for those areas. 7-day planner. Here's what you need to watch for as we get this guy up here over my head. That is a turkey. That's not my hair doing wild things, although that wouldn't surprise me either. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we warm from 25 tomorrow to 31 on Sunday. But the south winds not only warm us up, but they're going to bring us a chance of mostly cloudy and flakes. The best chance will be along the international border. There could be some modest accumulations. It doesn't look like a big event at this time. So I'll keep you posted. Sunday is flakiness, and it lasts into Monday, particularly in Minnesota. And then it's out of here, leaving us with cold temperatures heading into next week. So we're cold again here in Fargo. And in central Minnesota on Saturday morning, 9 again. So 9 tomorrow morning, 9 again. 9s are wild on Hutch's forecast. Let me get out of the way. We got a gobbler in here. And the gobbler says there'll be a chance of a flurry. It will be chilly, and there'll be some clouds out here as we head into your Thanksgiving Day. Travel around here is not looking terrible in the Red River Valley. It's not looking terrible across most of Minnesota. The Central Plains could have a storm moving through. I'll have an update on that at another time. But for now, that is a look at Hutch's weather and Hutch's weather forecast. Here's a look at hutchesweather.com. And I want to take a moment and say thanks to my sponsors here. And you know what? Take a look at them, peruse them. And if you need any of their services at all, like my friends at KAJ Hospitality, they operate and run 5 awesome properties here in Fargo. Hotels, okay? Click on the button and you can make reservations for your family coming over for the holidays. And if you happen to have a big event, say a wedding or maybe a conference for your business, give them a call. They have just the facilities for you to get the job done. Interactive radar gets you out to Ohio to see those snowflakes flying out there in the Cleveland area. And as we scroll down just a little bit, you're going to find my most recent videos on here, as well as here it is. You can sign up to be a Hutch's Weather Kid down farther on the page. This is a ginormous rendition of my website, but at least you get the picture here. One thing I want to point out is that I've made a winter weather page thanks to my good friend Joe, my web developer. He's awesome, folks. Okay, if you want to look at snowfall amounts, for instance, click on the snowfall amounts button. This is brand spanking new, and it is marvelous. Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller here. Okay, here we go. See, we'll sneak that down to here. Now you can see a little bit more of it. This is a National Weather Service product, but it's outstanding. It allows you to move the map around, and here are some snowfall reports from eastern South Dakota. Dark blues, those are around 4 to 6 inches, and you can hover over the dot, 3.5 inches in De Smet. As we look out toward the Twin Cities, we had snowfall totals there about 1 to 2 inches. And somebody just reported that Ohio got some high amounts of snow and flakiness. So let's go out there. Sorry about my moving this screen around. There's Cleveland for us. Let's get down into Cleveland here. And oh my goodness, there's some snowfall reports right off the shore here. 7.5 inches in Mentor, Ohio. And right up on the north side here, 6 inches in Mentor on the Lake, Ohio. Those are some of the higher totals there. And look at this on the north side of Cleveland here. We've got 6.8 here in Highland Heights and 7 inches in Richmond Heights. That's Cleveland. And now let's see, it's starting to snow out in New York, right? We showed you the radar there. So this tool is available on hutchesweather.com. This data is provided by the National Weather Service, but the data that they get comes from you, and these are all your reports. They have a lot of cooperative observers across the area, but we just want to make that information right in your hip pocket whenever you need it. Okay, so it's always available on Hutch's winter weather page right here. We've got it on the menu bar at the top. And I encourage you to upload pictures right here by hitting the viewer picture button. You'll be taken to that page. I don't know what was going on here, but I got to say Travis shared this video or picture here. I'm kind of right in the middle of it. Let me see if I can move it over on this side over here. Oh, that's me. I don't want to move me over. Let's do this. There we go. I don't know what's going on here in this parking lot there, but somebody was riding their bicycle and a lot of figure eights out there. Oh my goodness, this was in Fargo. It looks like somebody was practicing some driving skills there, Travis, in the parking lot. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, Pedro was unhappy with the developments that went on weather-wise. This is Wahpeton. Melissa, thank you for your shot. Oh no, look at the cats. 1, 2, 3 cats. All looking out the window. I don't know if there's birds out there. I don't know if there's rabbits out there, or if they're just looking at what in the world is that we're looking at out there. Thank you for joining me. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for all your uploads and information that you provide us on the website here, including this guy in Jamestown out enjoying the weather out there. That's Regal Dog ready to go hunting. All right. Well, safe trip to you. Thanks for your photos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your trust and your weather information. And for now, I'm going to sign off. Again, hutchesweather.com. Check it out anytime, no matter where you're at or when you're there. You can get the latest weather for you.